What's going on, you guys? This is Madam, and I'm coming back to you once again. This time, I'm going to go over to CBS News via news break, and this is about inmates' bodies returned to families without their hearts and other organs. Suit says. Uh, this is by way of AP, and it says the bodies of two men who died while incarcerated in Alabama's prison system were missing their hearts and other organs when returned to their families, a federal lawsuit alleges. The family of Brandon Clay Dotson, who died in a state prison in November, filed a federal lawsuit last month against the Alabama Department of Corrections and others, saying his body was decomposing and his heart was missing when his remains were returned to his family. In a court filing in the case last week, the daughter of Charles Edward Singleton, another deceased inmate, said her father's body was missing all of his internal organs when it was returned in 2021. Laura Ferrino, an attorney representing Dotson's family, said via email Wednesday that the experience of multiple families shows that it is absolutely part of a pattern. The Associated Press sent an email seeking comment late Wednesday afternoon to the Alabama Department of Corrections. Dotson, age 43, was found unalived on November 16th at Ventress Correctional Facility. His family, suspecting foul play was involved in his unaliving, hired a pathologist to do a second autopsy and discovered his heart was missing, according to the lawsuit. His family filed a lawsuit seeking to find out why his heart was removed and to have it returned to them. Defendants' outrageous and inexcusable mishandling of a deceased body amounts to the reprehensible violation of human dignity and common decency, the lawsuit states, adding that their appalling misconduct is nothing short of grave robbery and mutilation. Dotson's family, while seeking information about what happened to his heart, discovered that other families had similar experiences, Ferrino said. The situation involving Singleton's body is mentioned in court documents filed by Dotson's family last week. In the documents, the inmate's daughter, Charlene Drake, writes that a funeral home told her that her father's body was brought to it with no internal organs after his death while incarcerated in 2021. She wrote the funeral home director told her that normally the organs are in a bag placed back in the body after an autopsy, but Charles had been brought to the funeral home with no internal organs. The court filing was first reported by WBMA. A federal judge held a hearing in the Dotson case last week. Al.com reported that the hearing provided no answers about the location of the heart. The lawsuit filed by Dotson's family contended that the heart may have been retained during a state autopsy with the intention of giving it to a medical school at the University of Alabama at Birmingham for research purposes. Attorneys for the university said that was a bold speculation, and wrote in the court filings that the university did not perform the autopsy and never received any of Dotson's organs. Choo-wee. Well, I mean, looking at how things are easily accessed and stuff like that, first of all, why was the first family, the family that actually filed the lawsuit, you know, why was his heart removed? 9 times out of 10, that heart was placed on the black market, or it was some type of other dealings and foul play in, the mismanagement of the person in question's organs. On both cases, in all the cases spoke about. I mean, it's truly disheartening and sad to know that, you had to receive, your family's remains, and they don't have everything that they had when they went in. It's going to be an eternal probe, I'm assuming. And will the answer ever get answered about the missing organs? Uh, the way things are run and the way other stories that I've read, most likely not. It's truly sad and disappointing to, go through that, and I wouldn't wish that on anyone. Coincidentally, about last week or so, there was another article that was posted and actually has been making its rounds around social media about a woman, a daughter. She was looking for her, I believe, brother or father. Coming to find out, he had been hit by a car, and police had just dumped the bodies in in a cemetery behind a prison. It was multiple bodies, like a mass grave, multiple bodies, like over 200 bodies that were just placed there, with no care, no proper burial, no notification to the family or whatever, the normal stuff that people go through the procedure. And, the worst and terrible part of that story was basically that they told the family that they would have to literally buy the bodies back, even though the bodies were placed there. I'm assuming, allegedly by police officers, or whoever did the crime or the foul play or whatever the case was. And they don't have any more answers than the Dotson family or Singleton family has right about now. It's just three different situations. Two of them similar, but all of them share some type of similarity. In two of the stories, they were incarcerated. In the other story that I just told you, they were just they wasn't incarcerated. They wasn't inmates of any type. They were just regular people that unfortunately met their demise and were unalived in some form or fashion, and their bodies were just literally dumped, in the cemetery behind the prison. Um, and then to be told by the prison that they would have to buy the bodies back is truly disgusting within itself. But yeah, I will keep this story going if any updates become available. Until then, let me know how you feel. Drop down in the comment section as we always do, and chop it up with me. I love to hear from you. And with that, you guys, I will get with you in the next one.